Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. I'm going to try to find a good spot for the light here. It's not going to be very good. It's dark. While coming at you with thoughts of the day, I wanted to get back to something I was talking about the other day quickly about the Native American lady. What in the world? Alfalfa here. The Native American lady that I listened to. I forget her. Nancy Red Dawn or something, Red Star. I don't remember, but I've not only heard this from her, I've heard it from other people, and I find it to be fascinating. It has to do, and even Richard should like it, because I just think he will. Damn it, Richard, like it. Okay, like, in a lot of different corners of the internet and research regions, a lot of these things seem to be like things that this Native American lady was talking about. I've heard other people discuss as well. Not from a Native American vantage point, but just in general. And one of the things I've been running across lately is this inversion, I think it's called. It's like things that are considered to be bad are really good, but they've been inverted and made to look bad over the years to keep society confused and all this jazz. And a lot of it stems back to the, religion, organized religion, and things the Vatican is hiding. Because they have a ton of stuff there. I've already told you about that one gentleman, Mauro Biglino, I think, and he was hired by the Vatican to interpret some sort of scripture, and he went back to the actual total Hebrew. Like in Hebrew, ladies and gentlemen, the real thing, there are no vowels. So, for example, like, picture the word restaurant and just take out the vowels, but when you look at it, you still recognize it as restaurant. Well, if you do that with other words, though, there can be different interpretations. Like, for example, the word dog without a vowel, mosquitoes. You could take it as like dig or dug or, well, dog, of course, and I'm not sure of anything else, but you see what I mean. So he went back, and his conclusion, then the Vatican fired him, by the way. He's an older gentleman, like in his 60s. I shouldn't say that older, because I'm in my 50s. But at any rate, he discovered that the word God was basically a mistranslation, or the word couldn't have existed in the vernacular of the day, which makes it very interesting because, a lot of people associate, I don't know, things they can't explain, and they turn it into a god type figure. You follow me? Richard! So that was one thing, and then various, so that's not really related to inversion, but he did, I think, discover some of that as well. But this Native American lady that to whom I listened was talking about, how 666 is taboo and such. Well, evidently that started out as not taboo. It wasn't 666, though. It was 999. And it was related to one of the native tribes. I don't know which one. It could have been more than one, actually. And she explained that they, like, flipped that over, like inverted, and made it kind of evil when it was really good. And they, I associate the Vatican with suppressing a lot of the Christian or Jewish texts, but evidently they have a lot of various, native texts or ancient things sort of hidden from public view in that facility. So that was one example. And then another one that she gave I thought was fascinating was the boogeyman. Of course, we associate the boogeyman with something scary or what have you. Now, I'm going to get this kind of goofed up probably, but she said something along the lines, from what I can remember, that started out as, it was in reference to a mask that the medicine man wore. And the medicine man was a good person. He was helping people. He was good. And it comes from the root of something like a booger. And, of course, that was inverted to mean something bad, the boogeyman, when it was really originally good. And then I've mentioned this a long time ago, but for some of my new viewers, like the Garden of Eden story with the snake, and evidently, going back and forth and saying, thou shalt surely not die if you eat from this, the forbidden fruit, you weren't allowed to have from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And the snake was right. The snake was the good guy. I've always thought that. Plus, this word Satan has been attributed in a in a inappropriate manner over the years. Like some people say that Satan was the snake in the Garden of Eden, and that really, if you go back to the Hebrew or the original, Jewish translations and stuff, that's not it. And Satan was also more or less not necessarily a person, but sort of a situation that was adversarial, is where that comes from. And the same with Lucifer. These people weren't people. They weren't like beings. Okay, I'm going to have to cut this short, much to your chagrin, Richard, because the mosquitoes are out full force. So, I guess that's all. I just thought that was pretty interesting about the inversion of the things that are considered to be hideous. We could see them in a different way. I've seen this on other things too. I think that Leak Project, I really like him. He's skeptical yet open-minded. I don't know. I guess that's how I am as well. So, okay, Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. In this case, the very mosquito-ridden evening. Please join together with me. Drop your political identities so that we can focus on issues and make this world a better place one day at a time. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.